Hello everyone, how's it going? Hope you're doing very well. My name is Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and this is for Wednesday the 1st of November. Yay! Happy November. Don't think that's a thing, but obviously, you know, it's a timeless reading, so whenever you find this, it's meant when it's meant for you. So pile number 1 is the Blue Apatite. You can hopefully kind of see the colour. Pile 2 is the Pyrite, and pile 3 is the Mookite. So I will just give you a second to choose your pile. It doesn't look very blue, but it is. It's blue. Okay. Move these guys. Move the Mookite. Okay, so pile number 1, the Blue Apatite. So your affirmation is, oh, I like this one. I don't have to be perfect, I just have to be me. So there could also be something here, you know, the Blue Apatite is a throat chakra crystal, so maybe there's something here about creating something, creating art, the spoken word, writing, something to do with like expressing yourself creatively in some way, not focusing on like perfection, you know what you mean? Like, because if you're kind of a perfectionist and you're trying to create stuff, I mean, it's never going to be perfect, right? But when there's a block in the throat chakra, there's always a block of like, well, you know, no one's really going to care what I have to say or what I have to write, or you know, what if I make something and people don't like it? Oh, I'm just not going to put it out. Okay, so there could be something about that for you. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, oh my god, pile 1, and the Knight of Swords. All right, so there's something here. This is a mini pile. The Ace of Pentacles is some kind of like idea or some kind of offer that's come in, it's going to come in for you. With the throat chakra crystal, the Blue Apatite, it could also be something that you've manifested, because the Blue Apatite is a crystal for manifestation. Like maybe you subconsciously manifested it. Her little head looks like it's on fire. So I want to say that you're going to have like a lot of creative ideas, pile number 1. Maybe one big creative idea followed by like lots of little ones or something, but this, I feel like you're moving into a very creative time, you know, like ideas are just going to be flowing to you, like whatever your kind of creative medium is, okay? And if that's not something that you've dabbled in, you may find there's something that comes to you that you want to do, and I feel like it's going to make you money with the Queen of Pentacles, because this often talks about like your own bit, you know, male or female, like owning your own business, working from home, setting your own hours. Certainly it talks about, there could be like a little project, you know, like see how she's holding the pentacle, it's like it's her little baby. So there might be an I feel like it's more like an idea for a lot of you that's going to come in, that's to do with like, you know, self-expression or creativity. But they're saying like, you know, if you've found yourself blocked by perfectionism in the past, that's going to be something that's like, that's going to be removed for you. You're going to find that, because with the Knight of Swords, like there's it's like fast action and also like cutting through the bullshit, you know. So I feel like you're going to be taking more action towards these projects or creativity or like whatever it is that you maybe haven't done before because you were worried about, you know, having to be perfect. Yeah, there's a lot here about work. You have poverty. So this idea or this job offer could also be a job offer. It really, I'm just saying idea because you have that throat chakra crystal, but it could also be a job offer, like, you know, regarding that type of thing, some kind of occupation to do with the throat chakra, like speaking or writing or being heard in some way. Because like for an example, you know, if you get offered a job as a manager, you're gonna have to be more seen, you're gonna have to be more heard, you'll have to take like, you know, you might have to debrief the staff or like, you know, have meetings and talk to like, I don't know, area managers and people like that, okay? So there could be an offer coming in. Either way though, it's going to make you a lot of money, and you're going to really love this, whatever it is, because it's like it's your baby. So this, like, if you've not had a lot of money recently with the poverty card, this idea, or like these ideas, this is where the money's coming, or this offer, okay? This could also be about breaking through a poverty mindset. I feel there's some connection here with, like, I don't feel it. It's not exactly a poverty mindset, but it's almost like you've spent your life holding yourself back because you had a bit of a block in your throat chakra to do with like being seen, being heard, people appreciating what you have to say, or like, you know, like thinking that what you have to say matters, people would want to hear it, whether that's as a manager or something creative that you're going to do. You know, I feel like it's this kind of change in mindset that's going to bring in all this money, and I feel like the money's actually going to come in pretty fast, because it's almost like you're going to start being more kind of ruthless with yourself, you know, like if there's been a lot of overthinking and you're like, you know, it's like you create things and then you don't put them out because you're like, well, that's shit. I'm not going to do that. That's shit, you know, or there's like worrying about that type of thing. You're just going to be like, nope, Knight of Swords, cutting through that bullshit. And that's what brings in this money. I do feel for a lot of you watching though, this is like about a business with the Queen of Pentacles, or something to do with working from home, setting your own hours. Could be you're a working mum. You also have, yeah, I want to put them like that. Okay, you have despair and you have toil and labor. So I just feel like you've been working really hard, pile number one. There's some kind of shift in mindset from, you know, being like a worker bee type thing, someone that's on the factory floor doing the 10-hour shifts, you know, or, you know, whatever version of that fits into your world. But there's something to do with, it's like instead of second guessing yourself and kind of doing jobs, you know, that are very easy for you, or not challenging yourself, because it's like you don't want to put yourself out there, or you're worried about what people are going to think of your creations or something, that you're moving away from this type of energy into sort of management, owning your own business, this type of thing. For some of you as well, because you have this card here, despair and not hiring. So some of you, if you've just been fired or something like that, or you're struggling to find a job, there could be a level, like there could be a self-employment that's calling to you. Okay, with the Queen of Pentacles, you might have this idea for self-employment that's going to get you out of this poverty. Well, not poverty, but like this lack of money, or this like no job situation. There's definitely, there's a message coming through of like what I'm selling, people are not going to want to buy it. That's what I'm picking up with the despair card, and that's what I feel like is being removed for you. Like you're not worrying anymore. You're just like, no, what I have to say, or like what I'm selling is good, you know, whether this is, like I said, your voice or your creations or your writing, or you know, what you have to say as a manager or whatever it is. Okay, so the money is coming in, and I feel like it's to do with, like I said, an idea followed by lots of little ideas, or lots of little ideas. Okay, so that's your message, pile one. And it's all stemming from this, like, moving away from being a perfectionist kind of thing and not judging yourself so harshly, you know, because no one's perfect. That's just not the case, right? And honestly, really, you know, reasonable people don't expect you to be perfect, you know. Okay, so anyway, that's your message, pile number one. I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care. Pile two, you guys, with a pyrite, and you have take life one cup of tea at a time. Okay. So, or, you know, thousands of cups of tea, whatever works for you. So you have the death card. So there's an ending that's leading to abundance, but it might be a bit of a shift. All right. Not sure exactly what's going on here for you, pile 2, but the death card represents a pretty big ending. But you see here, it's so the sun that can come out, because in tarot, that's how it works. You know, there has to be like a death before there's a new beginning. So something's coming in that's going to make you very, very happy. But in order for that to happen, something else has to end. And that could be an actual situation, or it could be a mindset. Or a cycle that you're closing down. But these transition phases can be kind of overwhelming, you know, because during the transition phase, like a lot of emotions can come up to be purged, or like memories, or lack mindsets, like not feeling worthy, yeah, this kind of thing. So it can be a tumultuous time. So just take life one cup of tea at a time, pile 2, if that's what you're feeling. One foot in front of the other. Okay. Listening to a solar plexus frequency might help you if you're struggling, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're struggling to get stuff done. Listening to a solar plexus frequency, or just do it, you know, any kind of solar plexus activity, like a yoga pose, or, you know, eating the appropriate food. You can Google those or look them up. I hate to advertise for Google, I'm not their pimp. Yeah, it just because it might help you get stuff done. But if you are feeling overwhelmed, like just one foot in front of the other. Okay. Oh wow, you have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Wow. Pile 2, I don't know what's happening for you, but there's some kind of ending that's leading to like the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like it's to do with money, because you have the Pyrite, which is about attracting abundance, you know. And the thing is, I feel like it's like a cycle to do with like lack of belief in the self, or lack of confidence, or not feeling deserving or worthy is what's coming to an end for you. So that's a huge cycle to end, because usually when you have that, that's been in place since you were a child, you know. That's like deep state programming that's been there for a long time. So that will take a while, you know, and there will be like a lot of emotions and things that need to be purged. It's like a cleansing that has to happen before the new stuff comes in. And I feel like for you it's money, but with the 10 of Pentacles and the Pyrite, it's a lot of money that you're headed towards here. Okay. So this can be in a few different forms, you know. That can be, depends on your situation, but like signing a very lucrative long-term job contract, like starting your own business so that tons of clients come in. But it's like legacy money, you know, building a legacy. And the 10 of Wands, that's amazing that you have the Death card and two tens, because the 10 of Wands talks about, you know, you've been carrying a heavy burden around for a long time, and you can see here he's coming to his little village here. So it's like you're almost at the end of closing down this chapter, but doesn't make this last little bit of the journey any easier, right? In fact, it's almost harder, that last little leg of the journey, you know, because you're it's like you can see the end, but you're still super tired. You're carrying all this heavy stuff by yourself. Yeah. In a you know, country with heat, maybe you would be hot. Yeah, I also feel you're putting down a lot of burdens from your past that you've been carrying, and I feel like it's to do with this identity, this sense of self that you've been carrying around that's outdated, because that's often what the Death card refers to as well, like the death of the ego, which, you know, when you say ego, you're like, oh, that means I'm arrogant. No, like in spirituality, I don't know why they use it, because it doesn't make any sense, but like when they say it in spirituality, with the death of the ego refers to like a collection of beliefs and ideas, like outdated beliefs and ideas about yourself that are no longer relevant to you. Like, I'm not worthy of large amounts of money, for example, would be a, you know, something that you've carried around that you no longer need. In fact, it's imperative that you remove that, because there's money that wants to come in. This will be money that's destined for you, that you're supposed to have, okay? So if things are a bit, like I said, tumultuous at the moment, just like one foot in front of the other, be nice to yourself, cups of tea, you know. You have change here, so I do feel like you're going through a big change with the death card and, you know, this card here. Of course, some of you could actually be moving, because that's like, sorry, shoved that right in your face. That's someone moving house, but obviously that's not going to be for, you know, that'll be like for a handful of people. But yeah, there's huge change, transition period here, you know. You also have imprisonment. Oh, okay. And you have thief. So this is a bit random, but with the Ten of Pentacles and the imprisonment card, I kind of feel like for some of you, you might be letting go. This is a bit random because I know this is a money reading, but some of you might be letting go of the belief that being in a commitment is an imprisonment. Like you might be letting go of a fear of commitment or something like that. That you may have carried forward from childhood or a past life or something, okay? The Spirit's just throwing that in there. So with the Ten of Wands and the Thief card, you're this heavy burden that you've been carrying around, whatever these are, but I feel specifically at least one of these things is like this sense of not feeling enough or not feeling worthy. It's stealing from you. This heavy burden, this way that you're seeing yourself, it's stealing what's supposed to be yours, because this money here is supposed to be yours. This like you know, stability is what I want to say. And you have 6 Pentacles here, so this is like a helping hand from the universe in some way. With the 6 of Pentacles, that's like help coming in. So if you've been feeling imprisoned here in some way, probably, I'm guessing, due to lack of money. But it's almost like a mind prison, a prison of the mind. You know? Like, not, because usually what stops things coming in is the belief that, like, we're not worthy of it. Basically. You know, that's why, like, the pyrite crystal is for the solar plexus chakra and money, because the solar plexus is tied into your sense of, like, you know, self-worth and your self-belief and your motivation to go out and get things for yourself because you feel like you're worthy of having them. You know, you feel like you're worthy of having a good life. So if you don't believe that, it's difficult for this stuff to come in, even though Spirit wants you to have it. So there's part of that is what's being removed. There's also, God, there's a lot. See, I feel like you're going through a lot, pile 2, so be gentle with yourself. The 6 of Pentacles talks about receiving, like getting into receiving mode. And I feel like that's what's happening for you, because you may have always been someone that like had to give to others. Like you were always an overgiver, or you were the caretaker, or you're used to, yeah, like having, yeah, like not receiving, basically. You're kind of used to that. So that's kind of what's being purged here. All right. But yeah, some situation, like, you know, I feel like it's partly, like I said, to do with a mindset about money, like not feeling worthy of it, and not feeling worthy of stability and all this kind of stuff. But also like the lack of money itself, if that's been a problem for you, that's going to be removed, okay? Because this is where you're headed. So you're being prepared to receive, pile 2, and I feel like it's money, okay? And stability. So I hope that was a useful message. Yeah, just thousands of cups of tea, pile 2, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings. Love and light. Take care. And pile number 3, you guys with a moo kite. So I'm going to do your thing first, this thing. You have, remember, you are 1 in a million. You are loved, unique, and unbelievably special just the way you are. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so you have the Ace of Swords, so some kind of breakthrough. You have the World, and you have the 2 of Pentacles. All right. So there's a few things coming up here. I want to say, A lot of you guys may have watched the other 2 piles. I'm thinking maybe pile 1, but there's something to, or maybe, I don't know, I don't remember the piles already. Sorry. I know there was something about a change in mindset, maybe that was both piles, but the Ace of Swords is like some kind of change in the way that you're thinking, some kind of mental breakthrough, and I feel like it's to do with how you're viewing yourself. Also, okay, hold on. So the Mookaite is actually, it's a crystal for kind of, it's very good for social anxiety and like confidence, you know, and giving you kind of the confidence to like speak up and like be heard and not really be afraid of people. And I feel like that's what's happening for you. There's like, at least for some of you watching, that's a message for some of you. Like that's the mindset that you're breaking free from, is like, I don't know, like social anxiety, like a fear of people or putting yourself out there. And also you know, you have this card up here, and it's like you're finally seeing just how special you are. Spirit's saying unbelievably special, like you're amazing, and it's like you're finally starting to see yourself the way that you are, and you're finally starting to see that you are worthy of love just the way that you are without having to change. Because maybe you always felt like you weren't enough, or you know, something like this, like you weren't, yeah, like there's just, I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, like you felt like you had to adapt or change yourself, or like dim your light, or kind of dumb yourself down even maybe sometimes for other people, so that they would love you, or you would be accepted, or something like that. But with the World card, this is a massive, massive cycle coming to an end. Huge, huge cycle, okay? And there could also be something here about a decision with the 2 of Pentacles. Let me just see. Ooh, wow, look, you have sudden wealth. You have main female. Oh, I forgot she's got her tats out. Well, whatever. And you have a community here. See, there's something here about, like, with the World, it's like a new cycle of kind of putting yourself out there and making yourself like the main character kind of thing, instead of always trying to like, yeah, like adapt to fit into what people are like expecting you to be, or like wanting you to be. You're just like, nope, this is me, this is who I am. Not changing. Like, I'm not gonna dumb myself down, I'm not gonna like be silent when you want me to, I'm not gonna not say that thing, I'm not gonna shine. This is me, here I am. If you don't like it, then that's your problem. And also with the main female, it's like getting more comfortable, I think, with being in the spotlight here, or like being seen, you know what I mean? And there's like a breakthrough. You know what? This way of thinking is going to lead to wealth for you. It's going to lead to wealth in more ways than one, because obviously, you know, wealth talks about different things. I do feel it's actual money, but I'm going to come back to that, because it's like it's just going to open everything up for you. Like, if you're someone who's, you know, always been kind of shy, or like, you know, I don't know, it's like you tried to fit into people's boxes or something. You know, I was watching this TV show the other day, Luther. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a British TV show with this guy, Idris Elba. Oh, hubba hubba. And there's, I don't want to spoil it in case you watch it, but there's one episode with this girl, and she's like, it's not who I actually am that matters, it's who they wish I was. And it's like such a poignant statement, because I feel like that's so true of so many people. It's like they, you know, they kind of project at you, and then they get angry when you're not the way that they expected you to be, or like you're not acting in the way that they feel like you should. And I just feel like this is just getting to it's just going to be very freeing for you, because you're not going to give a shit anymore, you know, because maybe that's something you've always done, you know, to not piss people off or to fit in or whatever, and it's just going to be very liberating and very free. And I feel like a very heavy kind of burden that you've always carried around, like that's just going to be gone, okay? and it's going to lead to money in some way, and quite suddenly, because it's almost just like a block has been removed, you know? And you're going to be like, why haven't I been putting myself out there? Also, this could be online work. I mean, it could be traveling with the world, but you know, the world talks about working online. So this could be about putting, like, really putting yourself forward online in some way. Like, you know, if you, I don't know, say you have your own business, like really, you know, really going for it, and like, you know, getting a proper website with like your picture on it and like putting yourself out there, you know what I mean? Or like really advertising yourself kind of thing, because maybe you didn't want to do that before because you're like, ooh, you know, I should stay in my lane or whatever. I feel there's maybe something about that for some of you, but if you do online work, I feel there's going to be some kind of breakthrough in your money, all right? And it's to do with like letting yourself be seen, because some of you may have always been more comfortable being like a second in command kind of thing, and Spirit's like, no, that's not your role, baby. You're going to be more in the spotlight. I'm just going to quickly pull, I'm not sure what this Two of Pentacles is. See, hey pile 3, sorry, my camera cut me off and I just took it as an opportunity to like clarify so you wouldn't be bored. So you have the Two of Pentacles clarified by the Page of Swords, and you have the Community card here with imprisonment. So I feel it's like before you were kind of spending all your time trying to balance things so that you could keep people happy, so you could keep various people happy, you know what I mean? And with the Page of Swords, like, you're just kind of walking away from that and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. It's just almost like this, yeah, because you have imprisonment. Like, I feel like that was what was keeping you restricted, and I feel like for some of you it was in terms of like your ability to make money, you know? Like maybe you were trying to do, because also the Two of Pentacles can talk about trying to do too much stuff, you know, having too much on your plate. And like with the Community card, this could be like you have, I don't know, I don't want to say responsibilities in the community because that seems unlikely, but maybe that's just me because I'm antisocial. But you know, like for people, like you were trying to balance too much stuff, like you know, you felt like you had to say yes to everyone, like, oh, I have to do this favor and I have to do that favor, or you just like tried to do too much stuff to make people happy or something, and it was kind of keeping you imprisoned, and you're not going to be doing that anymore, you know? Yeah. So that is your message, pile number 3. I just feel like you're going to be very liberated, and there's definitely something about putting yourself first. Like if you are the type of person who's always kind of, you know, saying yes to people even though you're, you know, you're exhausted and you're like, I don't have enough time for this, I already have so much on my plate, but you don't want to let people down, there's very much like, no, I'm going to be putting myself first. So it's like you have this sudden wealth that comes in because it's going to feel like wealth to you because you've never had this before, like the sense of kind of mental freedom where you don't have to please everyone all the time. But also I feel like it's going to be like actual money is going to come in, I feel, quite suddenly, pile 3, in some way, because like I said, the block has been removed, so it's just like it starts flowing. You can be like, damn, why do I have so much money? This is awesome. Okay, so that's your message, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.